Hi guys, welcome to another episode of Wake Up. We're out here in Chicago, so we're going to give it up for Chicago, guys. Today's topic we're going to be speaking about is kind of the bar industry and the food industry in Chicago and, kind of how you're treated and what do you think about these industries, My experience, I always start out so you ladies know. My experience is the bar industry is, I'm older. I think it's pretty rough now. The lines are crazy. It seems like who you know kind of thing. Like, how do I get in here? How do I get in here? For me, I don't really give two shits. I'm going to go get a bottle or I'm going to go do this. Like, I'm going to enjoy myself, But, as a male, I feel they made it really hard to get into the bars. Females, right away, you're in. Now they're, well, hold on. Let's not interrupt. I feel like they're doing a Ponzi scheme now. No one's talking about it. Maybe I'm the first person to, say it what it is. I hear from a lot of girls, I got a bottle at Joy, or I got a bottle at Hubbard, or I got a bottle at Y Bar. And they give these pretty little girls, bottles for free so they can go and bring all their little friends. And then they kind of, like, what they expect with that is males to come, right? So technically, I think, like I was saying, I'm maybe the first person to see Chicago's got a Ponzi scheme going on. So you call all your little friends to come. Hey, I'm hosting or I'm doing something at this bar. They're giving me a bottle. Not to sound like an asshole, you ladies are not paying $3,000 to get bottles. No. You look like you're balling, but you're not. I know that. So not to sound, like I said, I'm not trying to be a dick, but I know what it is, So that's the big Ponzi, I think. And I think you ladies are saying, yeah, let's go here. But you're fucking off your guy friends. And I hear that a lot of times. Like, oh, I invited my guys. My guys are coming, and they come and they, then they end up buying the next bottle and they're $2,000 in, So I think ladies on your side, I think it's kind of sad, what you're doing to men. Because at the end of the day, you're getting your close guy friends to come there because you know which ones have money and which don't. Correct? So don't play stupid. I see that a lot. No, I got him coming to get me a bottle though. You're not paying for these bottles. You put this man in $2,000 and he doesn't even know who drank his damn bottle. That's how I feel. So we'll go down the list here. I mean, Samir, how do you feel about that?
I mean, I feel like I don't even go out like that anymore. I just feel like, to your point there, it's just like, the whole premise behind the entire industry is not like when you're going out, I feel like it's not even like a genuine connection in general, right? Like, so like everyone's there for the wrong reasons. And so I just distance myself from it completely now because you're talking about this. Everyone has their own opinions on the shit. And I just feel like I'd rather just not be in the mix at all.
So you don't even go out? You don't go to pop bottles?
No.
Okay.
I did. I had and then I was like, for what? Like, what are you doing all this for?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Okay. What about you? Just give your name and.
Okay. Yeah. My name's Vanessa. I can relate to what you're saying. I'm not out here every weekend. I definitely have my phase with her.
Yeah.
But it was never to go scam off some guys. Like, I have a job. I can buy my own drinks. So.
You can buy drinks. You're not buying bottles.
And that's fine with me. I don't need a whole bottle for two girls. Sometimes we went out 3 people deep, 4 people deep. That's fine.
Do you get offered bottles by the promoters?
We sure do. Every time.
Okay.
And
do you feel that
get invited to sections every time, but that's not why I'm going out.
Yeah, I don't care why you're going out. I'm just saying, like, you think it's a Ponzi?
I think guys are just fools and will do anything for pretty women.
I don't think that's not true at all. Guys are not fools for just pretty women. Maybe the guys you deal with.
Maybe the guys at the clubs are. Those are their intentions, Why are they going out? Let's ask that question.
We could, well, let's just go down the list. Go ahead.
Yeah.
All right, I'm Stephanie, and I just think, like, immediately when I think, like, club, I think, like, pretty privileged, right? So, like, we're going in, yeah, like, I'm getting promoters tell me, like, oh, I got a free bottle, all this stuff.
Is that a Ponzi? That's the question.
At the end of the day, like, they're playing it smart. So whether it's a Ponzi or not, like, they're playing it because I'm getting my pretty friends to go to the club, right? And I know that my guy friends are going to come or guys are going to come. They're going to pay to get in, one, and then they're going to pay to buy another bottle or pay just to get in and just be there. So at the end of the day, like, the industry's doing it right if they want to keep doing it right because they know people are going to come regardless.
So they'll use you, like, they tell you, hey, make sure to post on your social media, make sure to do this so that those guys come. And then
That's their intention, right?
Yeah.
Whether the guys come or not, that's on them.
the guys come
Yeah.
after a while, yeah, right?
Yeah,
Like
right.
you said.
Because they have their intent or whatever they're gonna do, and they're gonna be there.
Okay. How do you feel?
Well, somebody that worked in the industry for a very long time, it's a played field for sure. They expect you to do certain things. I know that the fact is that it's a guy to girl ratio. Obviously, every club and every promoter is going to look for that. So when they're going in the club, like with a whole bunch of girls, they post it on their social media. They're tagging the place, everything like that. That's the whole reason, is because they want to fool guys into coming in. And on top of that, you know, you talk about the door as well, just like the lines. What are they doing at the lines? They don't charge the girls, but they'll charge the guys.
Yeah.
It's just they are making money in whatever aspect they will. The only way that they can do that is by marketing that girls are here where guys want to spend money. That's what it is. It's just like a strip club. It's a toxic environment.
Yeah, but is it a Ponzi?
Yes.
It is a Ponzi?
To me, yeah, I would agree with you.
Yeah, I think it is. It's a big one. And then you use this kind of like, you know, where they had like PHP. Have you guys heard of that? Like insurance agency?
No.
Where you get all your friends and family to sign up first?
Stop.
I mean, I'm just saying, yeah. You get them to sign up to do insurance with you. And then, yeah, it's a big scam, you know. But, you know, it's a big Ponzi. It's only the person at the top makes, and then the bam, bam, bam. Because I ask, I'm a big detail guy, you know. I got to know. I ask people like, oh, you're hosting? What do you make?
Yeah.
Oh, what do you mean? Like, what do you make it? $5 a head, $10 a head, $3 a head, and like half the time that people don't even know. Oh, I'm
because
just
that's when they're promoting. As a host, you're just coming in to look good.
They're giving me a bottle for like $60 or
Exactly.
$50, and then now you're promoting and you're getting all your, you know, you start the Ponzi. You know, you're getting all your friends there and making them. One of them is gonna go.
Oh yeah,
One of them is gonna go.
pay.
Yeah.
Even if it's just going to the bar to go grab different shots other than the bottle that you guys just bought, someone's spending money, which is exactly what they wanted.
And like during this financial hardship, because I do believe we are in a big recession. I don't care what anybody says. I know it's gotten really, really intense out here, and it's only going to get worse. So as you're seeing the dominoes fall with the banks and everything, you know, the bars, they come next.
Yep.
The restaurants, they go into it too. So it's pretty much up there. What about you? Give us your name and.
So I'm Ocean.
Okay.
And I also work in the club industry. So the way that I see it is, it's like a slippery slope. You could look at it like it ain't tricky if you got it. Because at the end of the day, guys are going to go where the women go, and they know what they're going into. 9 times out of 10, they know a female is not going to buy a bottle. They know that. So they're putting themselves in that predicament to say, oh, okay, well, I'm bringing her friend also. I'm going to go spend it. They know that already. So it's not like it's a scam that they are blinded from. They know what they're walking into.
You think the guys know what they're walking into?
Yes. Anytime that I have gone
I agree
out,
with
like,
that.
aside from me actually being a bartender, being a bottle server, like all of that.
Yeah.
If I just go out with, whether it's somebody I'm dating, whether it's a group of guy friends, they know 9 times out of 10, like, they're not even going to ask me to spend any money. They're not going to do that.
Yeah.
They walk into it knowing, okay, well.
You don't feel bad for your guy friend that just popped $2,000 out there sometimes?
For what? No.
No, you don't feel bad?
No, for what? Because at the end of the day, especially if you ask me to go.
No, he didn't ask you to go. You promoted that bar. Okay. He's like, hey, I'm not doing nothing. I'll come through. You know, it's like 6 or 7 girls there. I'm just saying how the situation's turned. He has maybe 1 or 2 drinks, and all of a sudden, you know, they're like, hey, for you to stay. Because I've seen bars do this. For you to stay, you got to get a bottle, bro.
Oh,
But
yeah.
the girls, you guys are good. But for you to stay, bro, you got to get a bottle. You know?
Yeah, it's
The guys don't know they're walking into that. No, it's a big Ponzi scheme. They're scheming.
But then at the end of the day, you have to look at it like they have that option to go. There are plenty places out here.
Let's go. Let's reverse things. Let's go into fairy tale land. Okay. You dress up. You wear a sexy little outfit. Okay. You wear barely any clothes, right? You go to the club. Now you're basically saying the same, you know, some guy could just grab your ass, touch you, whatever. Because hold on a second. let's go in a fairy tale world. You're saying the guy who gives a fuck, right? Correct? Now you dressed all, what? Pretty, right?
Okay.
All crazy,
Okay.
right? You knew what you were getting yourself into, right? No, you did. Because the guy doesn't, we're going back into reverse. He has no idea what the hell he's doing because he went out with a bunch of girls. You went out, dressed all crazy. Now nobody should give a fuck about you too, right? No, so vice versa, it doesn't matter. That's what you're saying. Not just your body. I mean, you're selling your body. You're promoting that. You went into that, right?
My look, my body, how I choose to walk outside and present myself has nothing to do with a piece of paper.
What do you mean a piece of paper?
I think what he's trying to get at is the fact that you're also making it presentable, as in what you're getting yourself into by dressing like that, when he knows what he's getting himself into by going to the club.
When guys don't always know. That's what I'm trying to say.
And I still disagree because at the end of the day, I feel like those are two very, very opposite ends of the spectrum when it comes to talking about how.
No, I don't think so.
I think it is.
How?
Because I just feel like you can't compare how a woman is going to dress and what she could possibly get into versus what a guy is going to go to the club and possibly spend money that he can make back.
You're assuming that.
Well, if you going out, you possibly know that you're going to spend money regardless of if it's a $600 bottle or a $12 drink, right? You know that if you're at the club, you're going to spend.
I think to a point, like I said, I think the bars have manipulated the system, especially in Chicago. They know the guys that come in and they know the guys that barely come in. And I say they do manipulate the system. They'll be like, oh, a bottle's $4.50. So, okay, well, $4.50 is not much, But once they say, oh, it's a $2,000 minimum, that changes the scenario, correct? You think you're spending $4.50 and then they already got your card and you already order one bottle and they say it's a $2,000 minimum. And now you have all your girls with you, correct? Now, I'm not your friend. I don't really know you, but I'm not going to fucking look stupid in front of you. So I'm going to say, yes, fine, right? No man is just going to get disrespected like that and just say, I'm not going to buy the bottle, correct? So your guy friend or whatever just got suckered into that. That's how I'm trying to tell you. Do you see how, like, the Ponzi kind of carries over? And you are responsible. You're saying, oh, no, fuck him. There's no response by me. Yes, you ladies are fucking responsible because you fucked that dude up. You fucked him up. You're laughing. I don't know why. But you did fuck his life up. You feel like your feelings. Now you have feelings? Because you didn't have any earlier. You had no fucking feelings earlier.
I still go with there's a possibility. Again.
Not that big of a possibility. You don't know it like that.
That's a big
think
possibility.
About it this way. It's like you just like you said, no man is gonna sit there and be disrespected or look stupid, especially in front of
not in front of his girlfriends that are actually his friends, correct?
Right. So that right there is personally like, and correct me if I'm wrong from the ladies, that's an ego thing. Because you can easily leave.
Hell no, you can't. What? No, you can't.
I've seen it.
I have no. Then come the fucking comments. Oh, you a broke nigga. What you doing? What you mean you leaving? I got all my friends with me. You definitely look like you would make comments like that too. So you're saying no, but I feel like you would definitely make comments like that. So I know the comments come. You guys, and then the whole group chat is talking about that guy next day. Yeah, could you believe he even went to the bar? Like, he couldn't afford the bottle. Why'd he even go? All you guys are bullshitting, talking shit about the guy. But it's true.
If he's my close friend and he's talking that stuff, all I'm finna do is talk my shit. And at the end of the day, I'm like, all right, bro. Like, all right, bro. Like, all right, you don't got it, and that's it. All right, I got it. You don't got it. That's it.
It don't work like that.
You know what I mean? Like, shit, next time you ain't coming.
Next time I'm not going out with you.
I feel like
Oh my
women,
God.
we also know, again, who to go out with, who to invite. So at the end of the day, again, it ain't tricking if you got it. I'm not finna invite somebody who look like they only gonna spend $100. What you gonna get?
Right.
You gonna get a bottle of Andre.
You don't know. How are you going to say you know? You don't know. If you have a guy friends and they start coming, they text you, hey, I'm going to the bar. You could, women, you guys, you don't care.
Out of my guy friend, I know who got money.
Okay.
I know who's gonna spend it.
And you are the company you keep. So
Okay, why don't we go over here? Do you believe it's a Ponzi? You worked in the bar industry.
Yes, I am also in the bar industry, and I do think it's a Ponzi. A lot of the times, I always say I make money, so why not spend it? I'm the type of girl that I like going out with my girls, and a lot of times I don't like being bothered by men. So I don't bring men. If I bring men, they better be able to afford it. If they can't afford it, then they don't even come by my table. Simple as that. If I got it, I'm gonna take care of it. But if you want to come and snoop in my party, then you're gonna have it too. Then, and if you're a really good friend of mine, then we're going halves on it.
Hell no.
Why am I gonna?
Women never go in their purses. I mean, that's hard. Yeah, like you said. Yeah.
That's not true.
If I make money, why not spend it? Money comes, money goes.
Yeah.
You're a few breed over there.
That's true.
I agree.
That's the way I see it. But if I got some dude in my ear trying to chill all night with me and bother me and annoy me and flashing money in front of me, then you're gonna buy another bottle now.
Period.
And you're going to buy it for the whole section.
And you're gonna buy another one after we finish this one. That's keep flashing it.
So, but I'm saying you invited him. You're fine with him just spending everything, on these bottles.
But like I said, sometimes I don't even invite these men. Sometimes they want to be snooping around in our VIP table like someone invited them.
Okay.
Nobody invited them, but if they want to invite themselves and you're buying them.
But I'm saying the bar tells you to post it. You start probably getting messages because you post it up there. Guys are like, I'd like to meet this girl or see her or whatever. So they go, right? So you don't feel any kind of responsibility when that, random guy comes in and then all of a sudden.
Well, what else was he expecting?
To buy the bottle?
To be honest. And in that case, he should have never came around then. He knew what he was getting himself into.
Okay, so if he has no money, he can't come around either, right?
You know what? Just stay right there and buy yourself little drinks and look at me from afar.
Okay.
No, for real.
True.
Okay, what about you? You believe it's a Ponzi?
Yes, but I agree with her because, if you're a boss and you want to have fun, go out and have fun. Like, when I go outside, I'm gonna turn up for me. And whoever I'm with, we gonna turn up together. I don't hang around people that do stuff like that. Like, if I bow out, you gonna bow out. We all gonna bow out. We all for each other. That's just how I feel. But as far as guys coming in, it's kind of contradicting because I feel like they don't have to. You're not obligated. But if you want to be around me, you're gonna have to have that boss mentality. You're gonna have to spend some money. We all doing this together. That's just how I feel.
I mean, if I don't want to be rude, what do you do for a living?
Right now, I'm an esthetician. I act and I work a job.
Okay.
Get money. That's
So spending $2,000-3,000 on a bottle it's a big hit, right?
I mean, but if you want to have a good time, that's what you're gonna do. That's just.
But I'm just saying it is not a small hit anymore. The bar scene is telling women, pretty women, they're using your beauty to get men there. Correct? Is that not what it's used for? Right. Yeah. So you're being exploited. That's what I was telling her. You could put on any set of clothes you want, and then
But guys gonna come regardless, even if you promote.
They're gonna come regardless. You think?
They're gonna come regardless because
I don't
whatever
think so.
your intention.
I know a lot of empty bars.
Those bars not popping in. It might be a bad day
Because
you can't really say
because there's no girls. Like she said it. They're not. They come because of the girls.
No, you come for whatever you want to come for. It don't always have to be for women.
It's only women.
Nah.
No, so you come there to just have one or two drinks?
I come out to have a good time.
That's women. Men go out to have time with girls.
I'm trying to tell you, if you are a man, you're going to come out for what you want to come out for. Your mind probably not set for no woman. You probably want to come out on some networking stuff. You know what I'm saying? It don't always have to be.
No, you go out. No, most men go out to see, There's a reason why some of these bars are packed.
Some men. Can't say all.
Most
men.
Yeah.
I mean, Samir, if you go out, there's got to be females at the place, right?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
You're not going to just go and, there's no girls there. Sausage party. Yeah, no one's going.
Sausage party, for sure. And that's also when you go to the club and the section is full of dudes. Obviously they're going to just try and use the woman's beauty and the women's charisma or whatever it may be to get her to the section because now it doesn't look like a sausage party, right? And I'm not exploiting myself or my body, but it's at the end of the day, they came here to kind of do that. Because why are you guys all in the section with no girls? Because you want to try to.
Well, I mean, first of all, we're talking about the bounce, I don't know, all the areas. I brought up bounce, but because I know a girl that actually goes there all the time and she gets comp bottles. And I tell her it's only because you're kind of pretty, That's the only reason. And then guys go. That's it. But the guys didn't come there popping bottles. They didn't like, oh, I'm gonna go pop 4 bottles on a fucking Sunday. You know, like it's erratic behavior.
Or even a
you
Wednesday.
know? Yeah.
That will happen on a Wednesday.
I'm just saying, you see stupid shit, and
Yeah.
then you'd be like, damn, my guy friend, you know, he just fucked himself up. I know he ain't that financially good, you know, so.
You know, they're conversing like, okay, what you got on it? What you got on it? Because like maybe not.
You
one,
would think
one dude
that-
got all of it,
Not even
right? They're like,
50,000.
what you
Hell
gonna put down?
no.
What you gonna put down? Like,
You're saying you think the guys are conversing?
you don't.
No, I know they're not. No,
they are.
there's always. I mean, no
Always
way.
one guy that is there always one guy that takes care of it though?
There usually is. It's just one guy that usually.
I don't know. I mean, like I didn't know if guys ever like talk about that as a group of guys. Like if a group of guys goes up to a table with a whole bunch of girls, wouldn't you think that that's something they're all going to talk about? Or is there always just going to be that one responsible person?
It's that one that has that mentality. He runs
It's the
everything.
plug.
He runs.
So the alpha of the group. The alpha of the group. Okay.
But he gonna get that Zelle later.
He said he going to get that Zelle.
He's gonna get the Zelle later.
It's not tricky.
That's fact.
He said, I'll pay out front, but I'm going to get that later.
Alpha is he runs that stuff in the club.
Yeah, in the club, and
he
that's
runs
it.
Out. No, and I'm telling you from personal experience, he runs it in it and he runs it out. He's not worried about, oh, okay, can you give me this band? Can you give me this band? I know somebody personally who has gone out. What bill is 15 bands? He's covering it. He's
why I
not
said
looking. And that's what I say. It's not tricking if you got it. Whether it's with a female, whether it's with your homies, it don't matter. That right there is going to tell you, okay, what type of mentality he has. Is he the alpha surrounded by betas, or are they all just penny pinchers?
But how
So-
many alphas are there compared to how many beta men there are in the city? Let's be real.
For
How many
Chicago,
men
yeah.
do you know that will actually do that and not be exactly what we just described?
The type of people that I hang around,
That's
I can-
different.
the type of that
I'm
you
just
said
saying
how
it's
many
rare.
people I
That's
know.
rare.
Yeah, but you just asked how many people I know, which is and it is rare, but how many people I know, because the type of people that I like to surround myself with, not just because they have money, but because they have that mentality. I know a handful of them. Again, a handful is rare in this big city, but a handful is a lot if you look at it. The way that people go about acting like they have money, or the people that actually get money.
But you feel comfortable your guy friend spending $5,000, $10,000 at the bar,
Not
or even if he's
just
got
bars.
it.
You're talking about dinners too. Guys that spend money on dinners
Yeah.
before they even go to the damn club.
Man.
Like that's a real
That's just what they
thing.
do.
You
Got
you
some men that just do it. That's just what they want to do. If you want to do it, do it. It's not like it's contradicting anything.
I'm
That's
not
what-
asking.
That make him feel
right.
good,
That's what
you
you
know.
want to do, because I'm gonna do the same.
That make him feel good.
But you don't. But you won't hang out with a man that doesn't. You said you have your group that does do that, right?
That's a problem.
Because at the end of the day, I personally
Yeah.
feel like if I'm gonna go out and if you want me to dig in my pocket for 2 bands because the bill is 6,
You should have it.
Myself. I could have went out by
Yeah.
myself. I could have went out with
Yeah.
That's
a
exactly
certain
what
group
I'm saying.
Yeah.
of females
And
who
just
I
be
know is
females.
getting it like me.
Okay. What do you do, if you don't mind?
I'm a bartender. I'm a fitness trainer. And
Okay.
I run a steaming business.
A steaming business?
Yeah. So
Okay.
you know, like bee steams, yoni steams.
I'd never heard of it.
Okay.
But I do know a lot of business, and I don't think you pull $2,000 a day doing that. You
I
know?
don't have to pull 2,000.
No, I know, but you talked about like, you know, not feeling bad for these guys that spend 5 or 10,000. Majority of men, 5,000 a week, you're looking about 300,000-400,000 a year, right? Correct?
Okay.
If you do the math simply, 2,000 a week, you know, you're 100,000 a year, right? That's like, you know, knowing that those kind of men is really, really rare. You understand that? Like, they did a poll of actually like knowing guys that actually make 70,000 a year, and you're talking about maybe 1.5% that are single and actually go out, and you actually keeping a man like that, you know? So you're saying you have these men, you know, because you said you have a group of them that are willing to spend 5,000 a week, 10,000 a week. For me, that just has like, if you put the real radar on, because it's just how good I am, it just has drug dealer written all over it. You know, and they don't have real money. And that's not me being a dick. They don't have real money. They don't have houses. They don't have none. They're just drug dealer money. And they go to these clubs, and yes, they pop the bottles. They do whatever. They know promoter Joe from promoter Mo. I mean, to be honest, if you want my honest opinion, they don't have real fucking money because they don't know what the fuck the money is, you know? So I think it's different. It's a different generation. So for you to say, oh, I got these men, yeah, you got probably drug dealer men. And that's me being blunt and honest. But listen. They're not making $10,000 or $20,000 a week so they can spend $5,000 a week on a big fiesta or something like that. It does hurt a man's pocket. And a lot of times they look at it like, damn, I went out for this bitch. It does go, damn, I went out for her. Or I went here. Like you were saying, it starts off with dinner, it starts out here. It gets pretty rough, So I think in general, you women, are getting used by these bars. You don't see it that way. And, you're putting all your friends and your family in a financial crunch without even knowing it. Because you roll your eyes.
They should be coming out anyway if they feel like that.
Why? Why can't they go out? Because they don't have money?
If you feel like
but you women go out broke all the time.
No,
yeah, you do. Yes, you do.
Look, let me tell you.
I've seen women look at each other like, hey, I bought this. This was $16.95. I paid. This was like $2. I got a little bread. It's $1. You women are cheap as fuck. I mean, if we're actually really talking about it, the majority of you guys are like, well, I'll get you a Cash App or a Zelle later. I've seen some of these conversations from women that say they got it. And they say they got it. I've seen it. Trust me. And it's not me being an asshole. I've just seen it. Like, oh, you're gonna get me tomorrow? And
I seen the guys like, bro, let me.
I have.
You know what I'm saying? It's the same. You know what I'm saying? You can't say everybody though.
The majority.
Right, but it's rare. That's why you got to find people that's rare and connect with people that's rare, and y'all sit at the table, the boss table. That's just how they go.
I mean, I like to use the word financially intelligent, right? Because sometimes like. I'm not finna go out because I'm like, oh shit, I gotta wait. Or my homies be like, I gotta wait. I'm like, okay, whatever. Like, I mean, I'm not saying I'm over here balling and fucking doing I'm doing all this, to get money, whatever. I'm still young, I'm figuring it out, whatever. But it's like, when we got it, we got it. And like, if you don't, then don't front that you do.
Do you have guys that are interested in you?
I would think so, right?
I'm just asking, do you? Yeah. Are you single or are you dating? What are you?
I'm dating.
Okay, like, if a guy wants to get to know you, he's going to go out where you're at, right? And if you're always promoting a bar, you're always promoting something, that guy will show up. Sure. Like kind of like she said, they'll go see you at the bar. Some guys just do that, sure. And you're promoting that bar. The guy walks in, he's talking to you. You don't feel bad at all when he just got hit with a bottle and you're like, damn, I know that guy came for me. Like that bar made all the money. You got suckered too. See, a lot of you women think like, oh man, well, I sold 2 bottles. Bitch, you didn't sell nothing. You didn't do nothing. You did absolutely nothing. The bar made all the money. You sat there and just.
If you did anything, you could make 10% off each bottle.
10% off each bottle that sells for.
Nothing.
It's nothing.
Still nothing.
That's the tax.
Literally.
Yeah. And then.
I have a question.
Go ahead.
So you're saying like basically guys don't be prepared to be in a position like that.
I know that 100%. Yeah, the majority of Chicago men, yeah. I would say they're going out for a drink or two and then all of a sudden it turns into like, damn, I got 7 girls here, like fuck, or 10 people here. Yeah, most men, they're not.
It to be
they're
like
not prepared.
Movies. So they go out, they have a couple drinks, meet some girls, and go home. That's what they expect. They don't expect this $5,000, $10,000 night.
But after a couple of nights, right? You kind of get the hint, right? After a night, a day or two, like a night or two like that, it's like, okay, well, now I gotta be.
You know what? I'm gonna tell you guys a story, right? I got a cousin of mine that's a doctor. Okay, he makes good money. He's a doctor. He's very into this one girl that's she's like a bartender at a bar. I'm not even gonna tell you which bar, but he'll pop in just to have a drink or something, and like he makes good money. He's in the 200,000 club. He makes really good money, but he's going fucked up. Like he's called me for like, yo, bro, I'm fucked up. I'm like, why? What happened? I don't even know, man. I went out this night on a Wednesday, then went out on Thursday, and then I spent like $18,000. I'm like, doing what? Like, what the fuck?
Oh my god.
Yeah, from like 3 bottles here, 4 bottles. He's he's got nuts because you can go what on Sunday? What's the club on Sunday? Is it Fremont? Is that what it is?
During the day for brunch, yes.
Okay, and then at night, where are you at?
Then you can go to Bounce, Treehouse, Bounce, and then Liquor Box.
So it's pretty easy to rack up a $2,000 bill at Fremont.
A whole day.
And
well, yeah, you get buffet and bottles. Yeah, you're screwed.
You're 2,000-3,000 in, right? And then when you go to Bounce, what? You're 2,000-3,000 in?
Depending on how many bottles you get, but yeah, I'm assuming that.
So now you're at a $5,000-$6,000 night, right?
Yeah.
as a man. And if that girl, which you fucking females are notorious for this. I'm not being an asshole. You're notorious for, let's go to this next bar. Like, bitch, really? Like, really?
Sit down somewhere.
Like, really?
But that's where their communication comes.
Fuck the communication. I came out here for you. You bitches are always like, hey, I got a buddy over here that's got one.
If you ain't got it, just say.
But that's the thing, as men, they want to be
They're
provided.
not, like she said, the alpha. The alpha's there.
But
They go.
But that's still the same thing as women. We do the same damn thing. We want that shit. When they have their ego, we feed off of that. So what are we complaining about realistically? Like, I'm sorry. But it's a two-way street. It goes back and forth. We feed each other's egos. Really.
I agree. I mean, Samira, you've been kind of quiet over there. How do you feel?
Just listening in. I mean, I feel like, I don't know. Like, it's like,
You've never been in that situation?
No,
Like, fuck, I popped bottles. I've seen you pop bottles before.
I know, but it's like I've been in situations where, I'm always just, I think we grow up in similar cultures. I feel like if you're going out and you're inviting people, you're always going to take the tab. And especially in like our cultures, there's no questions asked. You're always going to take it. But I've also been in situations where I've gone out with people that were on like the 10X level, where we were in Miami and the tab was like 80,000. And I was like, no, I'm just, I don't, this one, I don't think I'm gonna jump into this one. This one,
I had a water.
but,
I just had water.
But then, like she said, there's that alpha that steps in and is like, here's my card.
But you hit the nail on the head. Like, it's really more like the reason the tabs add up is because you're starting at dinner, you're already spending $2,000 or $3,000 at dinner, and then you're going to the club and you're spending $5,000 or $6,000. And then where the clubs really make their money is by the time the guys are already like so messed up.
The guys are trashed.
Yeah, they're trashed. They're getting hyped up. Their ego, like, because it's all about ego, right? Like, it's obviously about ego. Because where else? There's no other. I study every single business. I'm a nerd, and so like, there's no business in the freaking world where the margins are like 400%. Like
Wow.
a bottle that I could go to the bar next door and spend
buy
$80 for it. Like the top bottle, I could spend $80 for a bottle, and then I go to the club and it's 800. Like, that's a 10x margin. Like, that's a great business to be in if I'm an investor.
But it's always a bitch that got the guy there. In Chicago, a lot of guys are suckers. There are a lot of suckers out there. They have discipline.
Like, hold yourself accountable and be like, okay, well, it's another way to get her.
Yeah.
Like, because I promise you, it's always another way to get a woman. Like, I promise you. It don't have to be like, okay, she may invite you. I don't care if you give some weird excuse.
Be genuine. Just be
Or
genuine.
a real excuse. I don't care. If you don't want to go out and you know, like, okay, there's a possibility I'm going to pick up her tab, I'm going to pick up her friend's tab, I don't want to do that tonight. I promise you there's another way to get that woman. And I promise you the other way is better than picking her up at the club.
The worst is when I have friends that like will go out, they'll spend the 3,000 or 4,000, and then the woman will ghost them the next day, and they'll come and they'll, bro, why'd she ghost me? Like, what happened? Like,
Exactly.
Because now we thinking like you a goofy. Like, you a goofy.
So he's a goofy buying the bottle?
You a goofy. I don't take you serious. Like, you just goofy.
Nah, I don't believe that. You women are not ghosting the guy buying the bottles all the time. I don't think so.
But like, is all I want the bottle?
It's very rare you're goofing the guy spending all that money. He's in your contacts.
Come on, and
when you're out, you're probably texting him like, yo, I'm out. Are you out?
But you gotta think.
I know girls like that.
Just think about it. If it's 5 girls and you got this one dude and he buying drinks, he spending money for everybody, we're gonna look at it like you a goofy. Like that's you.
Nah, I mean it depends what kind of man it is. You're right.
In a good way.
I may not
In a
think he
good way.
goofy.
I don't know how you look at somebody goofy.
I may not think he a goofy, but I may think that like, oh well, next time we gonna tell him because he gonna do it again. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So
That's
like,
what I'm saying,
so it's like he don't necessarily gotta be a goofy, but he with it. So
I see men spend a little more than they should. You know, I can be, I'm pretty set up myself financially, so like that is like pennies to me at a certain point. And I've bought in bottles before, but when I do look at my, sheet that I call it, because look at my P&Ls and I'm like, damn, I spent like $3,000 here. Like, what was I thinking? Guys, when you start looking back at, your own margins, because a smart person with their finances starts looking back like, damn, I spent this here. I did this here. Like, that's how you break down your year, So some people are financially, literate and some people aren't. But I do see the guys that are out every fucking week. And I'm wondering like,
How?
Yeah. Like, what do they have? But then usually they are just in the drug dealer line, It's a fast lifestyle. They're then the drug dealer, community. They make the drug dealer money.
Can't you use like a firm now, Afterpay, like where they're doing like monthly payments?
Oh
like,
my
now,
gosh.
or whatever. I seen
You
stuff
are
like
really
that.
doing that on tabs?
No, I'm not. I'm saying can't people?
I don't know if they can do that on tabs. Do you know? Like, can you really do that on tabs?
I think there's some where you could do that now.
Stop.
What's that? What's that?
So a firm, Klarna, Afterpay, they're
Yeah, what are you paying for?
fintech companies where you paying payments.
You can do that for
So,
tabs now.
I've seen it where you could do it in
On
Miami.
Shein, you
Yeah,
know, that's,
in Miami
that's
you can do
acceptable, right? But, like, the club, I don't
For
know.
Shein, it's fine, but for tabs, people can they can put a down payment
All right,
on your tab.
ladies.
It's crazy.
How can you put a down payment on your tab?
I mean, the bars will take the money. They don't care.
Yeah.
They will take the money. At the end of the day, they will. But all right, guys, we're going to wrap up today's episode. Thank you guys so much, and tune in next week. All right.